Welcome to Metaphiles, the podcast that talks to you. Part 2, Episode 2, Week 2. Sequels. Saber rattling.
Those two people died.
Got him.
Got him. It is Metaphiles 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Hell yeah.
Welcome back, Jay, Gal Sal. Welcome back, America and other parts of the world.
What was your strange name? I don't remember it.
Yaks Ebzook.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Welcome back. It's the sequel. It's our only chance to have the theme be sequels. Because after this, it stops being a sequel and starts being a trilogy. And then after that, it becomes a series.
After that, it becomes a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was our one shot to do the sequel episode right, so I hope we don't blow it.
Yeah. Me too.
I'm pretty nervous. Well, let's talk about last week's episode.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. And I know that I'm having a brain fart.
Those are allowed on Metaphiles.
Yeah.
You could say it's one big brain fart. It's a progressive brain fart. It's a constructive brain fart.
Yeah. Should we make a T-shirt and it's a head or a brain, but the brain is butt cheeks, and it's farting up into the sky like a mushroom cloud.
Yeah.
That says Metaphiles.
Yeah.
I was nervous going into this one, Jay, that we might have a sophomore slump, and it's good to know I was right to be.
I'm feeling pretty slumped out.
Yeah. Should we just quit?
Yeah.
We said 9 episodes, but...
Fuck it, man.
What?
Fuck it.
Why? We already came up with 2 good T-shirts. Let's just transition all the way
we gotta sell the
into
damn T-shirts.
T-shirts.
So you want to stop doing the podcast and just become a T-shirt company?
Yeah.
I don't see why not. Our first episode went well. I like to think we cut in... Well, I mean, technically, kind of we did cut into SNL primetime ratings because people watched us during that time slot. Because I was watching the YouTube views like a hawk.
Oh, yeah.
So,
refresh.
Yeah.
28!
Whole new bottle of champagne. 29!
Yeah, we drank 30-something bottles of champagne each on Saturday.
Pretty normal.
Yeah, but this time was to celebrate.
Oh, yeah. Instead of to forget.
Yeah. Which I feel like this Saturday.
Forget.
Yeah.
Now. I'd like to turn this around, actually, before... I'm sorry to cut you off. I'd like to turn this around real quick.
Yeah, let's
get positive here,
Let's get positive.
Let's get positive.
Yeah, this is for fun.
I'm having fun. Are you?
No, I am. I'm kidding.
Okay.
That was me having fun saying it that I wasn't. That's the kind of meta shit that we do here.
No, you're living up to the ethos.
Mm-hmm.
We're a podcast that has an ethos.
Yeah, and pathos.
Oh, yeah.
And
all the other thos.
Logos? Is that the third one?
Sure.
We do have a logo.
One logo.
Ethos, pathos. Aramis?
I don't know.
No, that's Musketeers.
I didn't go to geography school. I didn't get that degree.
Did you go to Musketeer school?
Nobody did. You just picked up a musket.
And a saber.
Yeah.
which you're pretty good at those already, we know.
I'm good at throwing them. If they're made of cardboard.
And not far.
It was far.
I was looking at you, I guess, so I didn't see how far it went.
It went far.
I believe it. And there will be no way for me to find out later.
Nope. Nor the rest of America.
No. So, I think we should go back and touch on something that we briefly hit on in episode 1, but didn't found that we didn't explore fully enough. This will be a sort of not a corrections segment, but just another look. We called Another Look.
Another Look. Okay.
Yeah. And I had asked you if there is such a thing as a porn podcast.
That happened last episode?
Yeah.
No.
Or maybe it was in our second episode. Maybe it was right now. Are there porn podcasts? I ask now.
You're right, it was the second episode.
Yeah. And it turns out there are.
Oh.
Yeah. I did some research.
Uh-huh.
And I found a few. I believe you also did some research.
Yeah.
Yeah. For scientific purposes, this is.
Yeah.
And do you want to just kind of go back and forth on some of our findings? I've kept a list.
Okay. I got a list in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
But you off the top.
Okay. Well, I found that there is the Blow Rogan Experience is one. There's also This Americuck Life out there for people to listen to. My Favorite Murderrier. It's kind of a classy true crime one.
Yeah.
You got any?
Homework's all right. Murderrier.
I mean, I didn't name it.
I don't think I have as many as you. I got Bodcast. I got Dirty Talk.
Instead of that's just. I see. We were clearly looking on a different website, because mine, and it's weird. I don't know if you've noticed it yet. It seems like the people who created the ones I found were all making parody titles of existing podcasts.
Oh.
But you were finding ones that are just more grassroots, I think.
Yeah, they're more under the radar.
See, because I found What the Fucking with Mark Maron.
I definitely like yours better so far.
And also the Orifice Ladies.
Oh, because the Office Ladies.
Yeah, I guess so.
Jenna Jameson and
Angela
White. Is that one of them?
Maybe. Didn't listen to the Orifice Ladies. Just
I love the Orifice
just
Ladies.
Found it and wrote it down.
I like that one.
Then there was another one with Office in the name, but these people, they didn't go with Orifice. This is Office Hooers with Tim Heidecker.
Office Hooers.
Office Hooers
instead of Office Hours.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Then what else? Did you have some more that you found?
I got Slinging It. That's one.
Oh, I wish that was the name of our podcast. I know we're not
can always change
doing that this week, but Slinging It.
Yeah, and again, like you said, mine are I've missed the parody memo.
Oh, it's look, that's just like with
Little variation.
Yeah, just like with smut, there's all kinds of strokes for all kinds of folks.
Any which way, but
caboose.
Then I got give me a second. There was the Cleveland Streamers.
That one's a live cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't want to watch it.
I don't. I also found Hollywood Hand Jobs, which I can only assume Hollywood Hand Jobs, which I can only assume is a parody of my personal favorite podcast, other than this one, Hollywood Handbook. So it was nice just to see them get a shout out there on XXXPod. iTunes.
Wait, what is Hollywood Handbook?
Oh, we don't.
We don't know.
I'm not getting paid to talk about them.
Yeah,
I don't like them that much.
Yeah.
But then I also found, and I would assume this is probably one of the most popular ones on the site, Serianal. It's also true crime. Serianal. And then it also had a sequel called S-Town, but where the S standed for Sucktown.
That one's already... It's Cumtown.
No, Shit Town was the sequel to Serial. And so I think these people were going for a play on both Serial and S-Town. But this time it's Serianal, which doesn't work great. And S-Town, but this time S stands for scat instead of shit. And then the last one I found was Comedy Banging Banging. And those were all the ones I was able to find before I lost focus.
Okay.
So there you go. We've had us. Did you have more?
Well, yeah, I do. I actually
Please.
do remember I did have a purely parody-based one. It's Last Glory Hole on the Left. And then finally...
For the real diehards.
Yeah. Last one that I found, it was just called Glark. Like the... So, actresses in among their perfunctory duties in this specific profession they've chosen, it's indicative, colloquially, of a exaggerated, cartoonish
a sound
oral act. But
yes.
That's the name of the podcast,
Yeah.
Glark.
Yeah, and that one I would imagine is kind of an ASMR thing.
Porn ASMR. That sounds like a nightmare.
Episode 3. We'll see.
No.
Okay, so look, we got a little blue here in segment 1.
Hey, you know what? I'm feeling fine about it.
It's 2022. Podcasts.
Yeah, it is.
Can
It's my watch.
that you set to military time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's 2022. Let's not be such prudes. Prudecast.
I'm trying not to be, but it's hard to not be a prude.
Mm-hmm. Well, you should listen to an episode of...
Scat Town.
Sure, any of them. So there you go. We took another look. And...
Theme song.
Yeah, with like a star.
Yeah, another look.
Mm-hmm.
Just real quick, I was rewatching last episode to make sure I didn't look like an idiot.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I did. I kept putting my hand down on the table real hard. So I'm going to try to minimize that.
Okay. Well, great job so far.
Thanks. Thank you.
Did you watch the first episode solely to to not enjoy yourself? To make sure that it was baseline acceptable, or did you watch it thinking, I bet I will enjoy this?
I didn't even have even such a itinerary as either one of those. It's just like, I don't know how this came out. I'm gonna watch it. I guess it would be the former, if anything. Just making sure it was something. Just something.
Yeah. I'm a narcissist, and I watched it being like, I bet I'm gonna love it, and I did. Not perfect.
I am a narcissist too.
Yeah, I mean,
don't try to take that spotlight from me. I'm a narcissist too.
Okay, but I am such a narcissist that it didn't even really matter to me whether you were a narcissist or not.
I know. No, that's how I felt about you too. So it looks like we're even. Well, not even. I mean, I'm more of a narcissist. Not even. Better.
I've
you worse.
kind of stopped listening to you, to be honest. I was thinking about what I was going to say next.
Yeah, we should move forward.
Let's do it. So we have successfully gone like full meta and discussed our own podcast on our podcast. We did it. That's amazing.
Feels good.
Let's talk about what we feel like this, as our sequel, needs to have that the first one didn't. More villains. We already have Canadian Jay, but should we introduce the Joker type?
That would stir the pot.
Yeah. By the way, we received no communication from any Canadian podcasters in the past week. Not a word.
Well, they probably wrote a message, taped it to a moose, pointed it south, slapped its ass.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little bit.
Yeah, and they may have also mailed it to Metaphiles Studios A. E-H, which is probably lost in the post.
Maybe post people know what they're like, and they know to omit that suffix. One would hope.
Maybe. But frankly, I don't trust a Canadian podcaster to know ass from elbow.
That's right.
But those are episode 1 villains. I mean, it's ongoing.
Well, did you have an idea for episode 2 for a villain?
No. We've sort of turned it from man against nature to man against himself by getting in that terrible argument about who is narcissist. So is it that we are each other / our own villains now?
But somebody has to be bad.
Yeah.
It can't be me.
I don't want it to be me.
But you're saying it's part of us that's bad. Man against man.
Yeah, or man against himself. So is it the part of us that didn't do a good job on this first 20 minutes of this episode? Sophomore Slump.
I would need to have that part that would have to be present in me, and it's not.
Oh, then I guess I'm bad.
Yeah.
I am Sophomore Slump. That's my name.
That's the villain.
Yeah. Yeah. And what I
it's Sophomore Slump.
What I do is I go around to people who are feeling good, and I just say to them, "Hey, you're standing up a little too straight. It looks awkward." And so I make them kind of go like, "Oh, okay." And they kind of go down, so they look like me, because I slouch. And then now everyone's walking around hunchbacked and feeling like, oh, I was too high on myself. I need to be more humble.
That is heinous. It's a heinous villain.
Yeah, well, try and stop me.
Oh no.
You're standing up too straight. It looks a little much.
So I should not stand up straight?
No, because you kind of seem like you think you're better than other people. And people don't like that.
They don't?
Nope. Yes. Oh, delicious. Delicious. Everyone is like
I'm
me.
sorry, everybody.
Everyone's like me now.
I wish I had a sword and a shield. Cut you in half.
But did you know that I used to stand up very straight until a sword and shield were thrown from very far away and hit me on the back?
I was responsible for birthing this villain.
Your own hubris created
I'm gonna slump down lower.
Don't bang on the table when you do. He did it.
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm gonna have to go lower. Oh.
And now, welcome to Sophomore Slump Cast, hosted by me, the Sophomore Slump, where every week we talk about how you're too tall. Oh, I am
Got
undone.
him! It only took one hit and he's dead.
I am undone and I die off camera.
That went well.
Oh.
So I'm the hero of the Metaphiles. I always knew it.
Hey, and I'm your new co-host on the Metaphiles. I'm a clone of Zac Caffrey.
Okay.
And they caught me up at the cloning facility about everything, so we're all good.
But the last part where I hit you with a sword and shield and then threw it.
I didn't get that memo, I guess.
Forget it.
Okay. So, we do have one final thing that we need to address about this being our sequel episode, which is, of the reactions that we did receive about episode 1, there were enough people who said that they wanted you to have another chance that I am going to allow Leia Playa's episode 2. It's what the people seem to want. I don't understand it, but...
Thank you so much, people of America. So let's get to it. Welcome to Leia Plays. I think a better podcast than this god-awful podcast would be a Russian guy reviewing Seinfeld episodes.
Right now, a Russian guy? Sorry.
What? Somebody, how about this? Somebody from Russia.
I don't know if it's the right climate.
It's never going to be a right climate.
Okay, go ahead. What's the Russian guy doing? Reviewing?
All good climates are in the past, brother.
Tell me about it.
It's a guy from Russia reviewing Seinfeld episodes.
Yeah.
And that's the whole podcast.
Okay.
So it's like, Jerry Seinfeld go on show and is having shirt of too puffy. And it looks, appears in front of audience to be a ridiculous shirt. And in front of USA. On live television, he did not say that he wanted to wear the shirt, but the lady has voice of too quiet for hearing, and so he agreed and not want to at the same time. That is my favorite episode.
In this one, Kramer burst through door. I laugh so much.
And again, episode 528, Kramer burst through door very hard. I laugh every time again.
500 times I have laughed.
500 times at least that coming through the door too fast of Jerry's apartment. And he makes pizza place where the people make own pizza.
And on this episode 513, I just still don't really like George that much. I don't know.
I would like to see George go to Gulag. But I am not laughing again when Kramer bursts through door. And I laugh again. That would be a better episode.
I give 10 out of 10 Kramers. To Kramer. Alright, I mean, you got me to play along. I still don't get why
what?
That has to be Leia Playas instead of just, we could just, well, no, we're not Russian.
No, I'm pitching an idea to the audience for a podcast that would be better than this one, and they're going to have to vote this week And if I get enough yays, and it's just enough. Just enough.
It's enough.
Yeah. If I get enough, then that's going to be our new podcast. We're going to switch our podcast to that. And we need to find a guy from Russia.
Well, yeah, and you're going to also
Probably
need
not the best climate for that.
a new permanent co-host, because
You're permanent?
I thought so.
Not anymore, pal.
Do you want to say we'll be right back this week, since you did the intro this week too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Will you say it, please?
We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're going to start now a discussion about sequels.
Sequels.
Across the board.
Yeah.
We're talking about sequels starting now.
We're talking sequels. And I also just want to say to the audience, I've taken a moment to clear my head. I do think this episode is good. And I always thought it was good. And when I said I didn't think it was good before, I was kidding.
Okay.
But
Okay.
no matter what segment 2, Jay, I got a good feeling about, because I have concocted a game. A game that you will play now.
I guess I will.
You will.
This pole is covered in rust. And I got it on my arm. Sorry. I will now play the game.
Just please don't touch the rust pole. It's something I'm working on.
T-shirt number 3. Just a pole with rust. Please don't touch the rust pole.
Please don't touch the rust pole.
I'm going to try to remember that.
All right, Jay. Here's the game.
All right.
I did some pre-research on our favorite, the internet, and I found what the internet says, and everything that the internet says that we say on this show is true.
Mm-hmm.
The top 10 most beloved and most hated sequels of all time. 10 of each.
Okay.
In addition, I created 2 titles. I then took all 22 titles and alphabetized them. And I'm going to read them to you in alphabetical order, and for each one that I read, I want you to tell me, was this one good, bad, or Zach?
This is going to be easy.
I believe that it will be very easy. I'm glad you said that. I'm going to make it interesting for you. I do think this
is this for immunity?
In a sense.
Oh, okay.
Here's my
immunity
offer to
for
you.
being a dumbass. What you got?
I don't know if we win that one, no matter what the challenge is.
We can do this.
Here's my offer to you. And also, at the end, I'm going to let you, for 2 bonus points, 1 each, tell me what you think, once you've heard all of them, what was the number 1 most beloved and the number 1 most hated, for 2 bonus points. This gives you a total of 24 points total, Jay.
Okay.
And since you think it's so easy, and I do think you're probably right, I want to say that if you score less than 20 points in this game, I get to host the Leia Playas next week, and I'm going to do a bad job.
Let's do it. What do I get if I win?
You get to host
Not
the
like an
Leia.
immunity.
You get to host the Leia Playas next week. Again,
Yay.
we'll do a third Leia Playa segment.
Okay. I'll that sounds good. Keeping my baby alive.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm ready. This is gonna be so easy because we're metaphiles. We're also cinephiles.
That's true. But, who knows? Okay. Jason Ford, are you ready to play?
Uh-huh.
Here we go. Aliens.
Loved.
Correct.
Wait, hold on. Time out.
Sure.
So wait, at the end is when I say which one is the most.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I mean, you can do it in the middle if you want, but I'm only giving you one chance.
Yeah, no, I'll do it at the end. What if you said aliens and I was like, made up? It sounds really like a
We're
great idea, by the way.
And I would have known about it.
You should sell it to Hollywood. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, Jay. Aliens, you said loved.
Loved,
You were
of course.
correct. American Psycho 2, All-American Girl.
Hated. I hate it. I never even heard of it. No, wait. That one's made up by you.
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Oh, damn it.
Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, this has suddenly gotten kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's the bad sequels that are gonna get me. What was the sample size for the hated sequels?
The internet.
That's the whole fucking world. Okay, break into hated.
Incorrect.
God damn it, man.
Cars
I'm
2.
gonna lose so bad. Loved.
You're saying Cars 2 loved?
Yeah.
Incorrect. Uh-oh. Grease 2.
Hated.
Correct.
How many points do I have left before
We'll find out at the
I
end, all
die?
right?
Okay. I'm getting
Let's
nervous.
let the tension build. I know you are. This is what I wanted. I want to see you sweat. Highlander 2, The Quickening.
Hated.
Correct. Independence Day, Resurgence.
Hated.
Correct, and they were right too.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
That wasn't a sequel.
You're right, but it was on the list. It would be very
Loved.
much easier if it was number 2. You say loved?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Wasn't sure if you were throwing me a curveball because you hate Leia players that much.
No, I'm not
Like,
rigging.
actually.
I'm not rigging the game.
Actually. Okay.
Actually,
That was the third movie. I'm ready. Go ahead.
Kill Bill Volume 2.
Loved.
Correct.
Not by me.
Separate episode. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers.
Loved.
Correct.
This is fucking easy as
It gets
shit,
easier
bro.
as it goes, but there's some curveballs coming up. Mean Girls 2.
That one's pretty tough.
Why is it tough?
Is
Talk
there
it
any
out.
lifeline of any kind?
Talk it out the way they do on these shows. Why is it tough?
There's no show like this. Nobody's doing this.
Nobody's doing this.
Mean Girls 2, well, because first of all, it's completely plausible, but I'm not sure if it was a sequel. Second of all, by virtue of that answer, obviously I have no idea whether people loved it or hated it. I'm going to go with hated.
That is correct.
This is so easy.
There are 11 left. And there are still 2 fakes floating out there, just saying.
And I ain't sweating yet.
Mulan 2.
This is just the same thing as Mean Girls 2. Same pickle. I'm in the same pickle jar. Mulan 2. I'm going to go hated.
You are correct. Schindler's List 2. Shindy Goes Bananas.
Zach Galifianakis already did that joke, by the way.
No!
Yeah, he said it was Schindler's List 2. Let's get this party started.
Damn. We're cutting this whole game out. So your answer is...
Made up, brother.
You're correct. Schindler's List 2.
That was a gimme. Why'd you put that in there? You know, come on.
I had to. I thought of it and I didn't know there was one.
Well, I mean, obviously, your instincts were correct. You just didn't know that it had already been done.
That's right.
Maybe this.
Yeah, I am
podcast-
now as funny as Zach Galifianakis, officially.
Sure. Okay.
Potentially funnier. I think Shindy Goes Bananas is maybe funnier than Let's Get This Party Started. But I don't want Galifianakis coming knocking on my door, so we'll say they're both
Shindy
good.
Goes Bananas.
Shindy Goes Bananas.
We could go off on that, but also, well, let's just move on with the game.
Sure. Son of the Mask.
We can go bananas on it. Hated.
Correct. I watched the trailer and was mad.
I've seen the cover of the DVD, and I'm still mad.
Yeah.
I walked into this fucked up basement mad.
Also, by the way, quick sidebar, The Mask, the first one, fucking horrible.
You know, I actually never saw it.
Oh, it is so grating. It's terrible.
No, I'm sure.
Okay, Speed 2, Cruise Control.
Hated.
Correct. Seen it. It's very bad.
One of my themes here clearly is that I'm a Seinfeld file.
Yeah.
So
And we might have
Whole
Julia
episode?
Louis-Dreyfus on at some
Julia.
point. We might.
Julia. I hope so. No, it was just George's dad was talking about it. He was talking about Sandra Bullock, and he was like, she was also in that other movie with Keanu Reeves, The Bus. It's one of my favorite lines. Anyways,
Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
loved.
Obviously. The Dark Knight.
Loved.
Mm-hmm. It was always going to be like this because of how the alphabetization occurred. That you were
Really?
gonna be nervous at first and come back strong. The Empire Strikes Back.
Loved.
Correct.
That's how I am about the alphabet. I get nervous because I'm like, am I going to remember the alphabet?
Yeah, but
I'm
then
like,
once you make it to M, you're like, oh yeah, N O
Little
V.
P.
Got it. I can go all the way to the end of this for sure. The Godfather Part 2.
Most loved. I should get a point for that, knowing that.
You want to go ahead and
Give myself an extra point for that.
are you have the chance to say it before we're done if you want to say
Oh.
Godfather 2 is most loved.
Yeah.
You're going for
Yep.
it?
I'm not even waiting
Jay?
till the end.
Correct.
Ooh.
Toy Story 2.
Loved.
I forget. Oh no. Hold on. Vamp
What does vamp mean?
means like say things that don't matter to fill time. Basically
That's
like
what we've been doing this whole time.
beat me to it.
Say things that don't matter to fill time. I cooked some bratwurst in a skillet today. It's easier than you think. It's hard to overcook bratwurst. But you might get some stuff stuck on your pan.
You got more on that?
Some people have faster internet than other people. It's just a fact of life. I wish my internet was slower so my brain would rot at a slower pace.
Okay,
'Cause
guess
it's all
what,
I
Jay?
can do. What's up?
You said Toy Story 2
Loved.
loved?
Yeah.
Correct.
Hell yeah.
Wonder Woman 1984.
Hated.
Correct. And Y3K The Android Wars.
So wait, let me think about numbers here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try to count.
I shouldn't have told you how many were left.
Yeah, that's gonna be made up, pal.
Yeah, by default. So that's correct. See, I did one joke answer very silly. Y3K The Android Wars could be a movie and people wouldn't like it.
Yeah. No. Well, you should have put it at the end.
I had to because of the alphabet. But I guess I could have changed it, but I'd already thought of it again. I'd already thought of it. So, look.
So, hey, I won.
When we play this game next time, this same exact game, I'll pick better fake ones. So, Jay, this is pretty incredible.
Mm-hmm.
You are currently sitting at 19 points. You have the chance to earn a final point
For most hated?
if you can tell me the most hated of the 10 hated. I will give you all 10 hated again if you want. You've earned it by guessing Godfather 2 mid-game.
Oh, man, I can't believe it's come down to this.
Okay. The 10
My whole life.
hated. American Psycho 2, All-American Girl. Cars 2, Grease 2, Highlander 2, The Quickening, Independence Day Resurgence, Mean Girls 2, Mulan 2, Son of the Mask, Speed 2, Cruise Control.
Son of the Mask.
Let me finish. Wonder Woman 1984.
Son of the Mask.
Your final answer,
That's going to be my final answer.
Jay. The most hated movie sequel of all time, according to the internet, which is infallible in this case. Don't write into the show about this. The most hated movie sequel of all time is Highlander 2, The Quickening. I am so sorry, Jason Ford. You have lost the game.
Regis, I'm just glad to be here. Like, Who Wants to Be a Billionaire? Damn it, man.
I'm hosting Leia Play this next week, and I'm gonna do a bad job. I'm gonna tank your fucking show.
It's alright. I think I'm done. I'm done with podcasting.
Probably done with watching movies too, I would guess.
No. I want to see the new Batman movie.
It's very good. You were incredibly close.
Well, who could have guessed that Son of the Mask wasn't the most hated?
It certainly seems like it would be, because I hate it.
It should be.
And I've never seen it.
Yeah.
And, like, Highlander 2, what's the worst that's going to happen? You watch Christopher Lambert for a little while?
Yeah, it's like, what are they abandoning from Highlander 1 that makes it so much worse? Highlander is a fun movie.
Yeah, very fun.
It's a fun movie.
Incredible performance from Clancy Brown as the villain. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Spanish Sean Connery, not so great. Maybe that wasn't in the second one.
That's his most hated sequel. And definitely
the
wasn't.
First one.
Yeah. Damn. Well,
so close.
It was a fun game. I think it did better than. I think it was 99 percentile from anybody in the world.
Yeah.
No, I'll take that challenge any day.
Okay. Don't have a consolation prize for you or anything, but
nothing would help.
Yeah.
Nothing would console me.
So, also, in my opinion, and I think you would agree, it just wouldn't be an episode of Metaphiles if we didn't look up at least one movie on the IMDb Parents Guide.
Yeah.
But since we already have said a bunch of movie titles and are about to probably say several more, let's keep it to one, because we don't want to.
Wait, what do you mean?
We don't want people to faint from joy by reading more than one movie's IMDb Parents Guide entry. But we certainly got to give them one. They've been waiting.
Hell with them. Yeah.
So just is there any one off the list or
that I would like to hear about for Parents Guide?
Mm-hmm. Or we can save it. We're gonna keep talking sequels for a little while longer.
I guess let's put it in our back pocket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll keep that to the side. And now that we've discussed some of the greats and the not so greats,
and the made ups.
Yep. Shindy goes bananas. What are there some sequels that we haven't discussed that we should? I have a thing that I could say real quick.
Sure.
Which is that, again, in doing a little pre-research for the episode, I looked up because I had been told, and it's true, the guy who wrote the novel that Forrest Gump is based on wrote a second novel after the movie was made where he basically talks shit about how much he didn't like the movie from the perspective of Forrest Gump, as though the Forrest Gump was a real guy who the movie got made about. And he was like, in the beginning of the book, he's like, don't let him make a movie about you.
What?
Yeah. And what I was always told, and I couldn't find if this was true or not, I was told he wrote the book so that he could make sure that nobody else wrote a continuation of Forrest Gump's character because he was so offended by what they did already. I also
up, like, the rights.
Yeah, he just wanted to be like, I don't want anybody else making up what happens to Gump.
I gotcha.
I'm the guy who knows what Gump does. If anybody wants to know where he goes in 1987, they got to come to me. Which other Beatles did he meet? I'll tell them.
Weird. What a weird. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we won't only discuss movie sequels, but as this relates to movie sequels, they did attempt to make this second book into a second movie. Sold the script, ready to make it, sold the script on September 10th, 2001.
And
then the next day...
Oh, yeah.
The Lord of the Rings movie came out. Pretty wild.
Fate is cruel. It's a cruel mistress.
Yeah, and then the guy who had written the Forrest Gump 2 script has said in interviews, like, didn't really seem worth making the next day.
Seemed kind of stupid, honestly.
Yeah. So it has been in what's known as development hell ever since. And, yeah.
Hey, maybe we should make that stupid movie about Forrest Gump complaining about Forrest Gump.
And then the next morning, steel beams.
Ooh.
Yeah. Personally,
that's another Leia Plays idea you just gave me.
Well,
I'm gonna
you won't be doing it next week, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I don't want you to spoil it. I want you to fuck it up.
Yeah. No, don't worry about it.
I'm sure you'll destroy it.
I got a great one. I have a great idea for Leia Plays.
You already came up with an idea that quick?
I've had it. I've had it.
So you specifically engineered that game just to get your idea out?
It was a happy coincidence.
Yeah.
I knew in some way I would one day wrest control of the Leia Players from you. I didn't know how.
I'm about to go get that shield and sword back.
I don't know about the shield and sword because I'm the clone.
Oh,
still. Right. Continuity. There's canon in the sequel to Metaphiles.
Thank God.
Yeah. Any...
You can cut that out.
Nope. No.
Well, that's canon too, because I burped from the first one.
You canonically are a belch machine.
Canonic Belch Machine 2.
The Android Wars.
The Android Wars.
Y3K, by the way, would be the idea that in the year
they forget about Y2K that it even happened.
Yeah, it's just the same thing again. But now there's androids around. So it's even scarier.
Yeah. The androids are going to think it's 2000 and start listening to Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, and they're going to get all aggressive. The way that kind of music does to people.
We got a real global crisis. It's just one of those millenniums. Don't want to wake up.
I did it all for the update. Would that be?
Y2K Limp Bizkit smash up. We didn't know we needed it.
Yeah. Well, we'll try and get Fred Durst on the horn.
He probably would.
Probably would, yeah.
Once
I don't
Leia
think
Players
he's
breaks
that
into
busy.
the mainstream.
He would like that name.
Leia Players!
And that is the name you like also.
I'm not ashamed.
Okay.
I was raised in that era. Everything we were just talking about, the great national tragedy, 9/11 as well, and Y2K. Sorry about Limp Bizkit was the first.
Excellent work.
Thanks.
You made me do something I didn't even know was possible, but I guess it would be called a smoke take, where I was mid on a big drag, and I didn't want to just like smoke everywhere, so I had to hold the smoke in, which is the opposite of a spit take.
Yeah. Interesting. You could maybe swallow the smoke. Why don't you try that? I don't even know if that's possible.
Gulp.
We'll be right back. And we're back. We're going to talk now about why sequel.
Why?
Why sequel?
Who sequel?
Not who. Why?
Why? When you've done something, why would you do it again?
Because you think you didn't do it good enough the first time? Not usually the case.
No, usually it's what we arguably suffered from at the beginning of this episode, although I'm coming around on it, that you did so good that you're like, we gotta give them more.
Mm-hmm.
And we gotta give them more that's bigger and louder and has the Joker in it, usually. Most sequels have the Joker in them, if you think about it. Godfather Part 2, Joker.
Wait, who's the Joker in that?
It's when Robert De Niro is back in Italy.
You know what? I've never seen The Godfather Part 2.
You know what? I haven't either. I saw Godfather 1 when I was like 12 years old. And I thought it was awesome. And then like a few months later, I watched Godfather 2, but I fell asleep during it because I was a little boy. I was tired.
Yeah.
And I have never seen the end of it. And now so many years have gone by that I'm like, I probably didn't get all of the nuances of The Godfather at 12. I'm very glad I watched it at that age. It was informative on a movie lover level.
Yeah.
But so now it's like I kind of got to watch all of it again.
You haven't since then?
No. And so I feel like I just need to start from the beginning. And I'd watch that third one. I'm not scared.
So, well, why did they make The Godfather Part 2? Why did they make that sequel?
Why did they? I could look it up.
Was it a second
could
book
guess.
that was written?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. But
Really?
why was the second book written? See? You can't escape it. Nice try, Jay.
Well, okay. Well, clearly they thought the first one was good enough that they needed to give people more of the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they did
Yeah.
in that case. Not so much in the case of Highlander Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Allegedly not. Haven't seen it. Haven't watched it and Son of the Mask back to back.
That sounds terrible.
The second half does. Okay, if you were going to watch those two movies back to back, which order would you watch them in? Would you want to watch Highlander 2 first so that something nice happens to you and then the bad movie won't seem like it won't hurt your feelings as much because you already have watched a good movie that day? Or would you rather just like eat your Brussels sprouts and then get your pudding? Brussels sprouts, by the way, is like the cliche thing people don't want to eat. Brussels sprouts are underrated, but
What's the
if
difference?
they're cooked correctly.
Oh, yeah. No, Brussels sprouts are the round guys.
They're the round
Asparagus are the long guys.
Are you anti-asparagus?
No, I like them both.
Okay.
I like them both.
What is bad that people say is bad and it really is bad? Lima beans. Fucking sand.
Yeah. And you know what? It just came to me. Asparagus is almost like the sequel to... don't you think?
Kind of is. It's louder. It's bigger. Got more villains. Because there is the thing where it's like, you just want the heads of it. Yeah. And then you get through the rest of it. And the rest of it's good too. But you're real, we all know why we're there. Give me those heads.
Vegetables. Why?
Oh. No. Separate episode.
Oh, sequels.
Sequels.
Why?
Why sequels? Is there a movie that you think you absolutely have a good idea of how it could be sequelized that is so good that no one would be mad? That's a big question to ask you, spur of the moment. I know.
Should I look it up on the internet?
You want to look up if the internet has your idea on it?
It probably does, but who could even find it?
Probably does. Evidently,
like
evidently, Shindy's that was taken. So.
Oh really? Oh, that's right. I thought you meant specifically Shindy's.
By that fucker Galifianakis.
He's a funny guy.
I used to think so. Now I think he's a thief and a liar.
You came up with the same joke as him.
No, I think he stole it from me. He's a thief. He's a joke. Zac Galifianakis is a joke thief hack.
All right, that's enough. All right, that's enough.
Come at me, Galifianakis.
Hey man,
I'm
sequels,
sorry. Sequels. Why sequels?
Wait, what were we talking about before that?
If
you went off on a tangent.
If you... Good sound.
Yeah, hell of a sound.
And that's... Imagine how good it will sound when there's even more rust on it. And that is what I'm working on with the rust pull.
Just spray it down every day with a hose?
I spray it with rust.
Or just a...
Bottled rust.
Bottled rust.
That I've developed.
Hey, it's called Bud Light. Oh.
Oh, man. Lawsuit. Again.
Oh, we were doing so good.
We were almost through a whole episode of that one.
We said, let's keep it to 4. Let's keep it to 4
per episode. Oh.
Now it's 5.
Oh. I thought it was 4 per episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay. So, Galifianakis, I'm pretty sure, cheats on his taxes. That's 2. Because that's libel. Straight up.
Defamation.
Yeah. Is there a movie
that
you can definitely, like, by the way, while you're thinking about it, I assume you can think about it and also listen to this at the same time. They tried to make... They were going to make a Gladiator 2.
I thought they are.
Second Gladiator reference. Oh, well, maybe they are. Maybe they are again.
Yeah.
But at one point, musician Nick Cave, wrote the script for a Gladiator 2. He was hot off writing The Proposition, which is a fine film. And he wrote it, and he titled it Gladiator 2 Christ Killer. He was going to have Gladiator kill Jesus Christ. This Oscar-winning character.
Well, what if it's like another Gladiator movie, okay? But then at the end, he just suddenly shows up. He's like, I got to do this thing. Oh, gotta Golgotha.
I almost forgot.
Oh, it's Friday. Yeah, I'm busy. I'm doing this thing.
Grad school. And I got to kill Jesus.
This guy named Jesus, I just got to nail him. We got so sacrilegious.
Yeah. Was Nick Cave trying to get fired? You think?
I've heard of that happening. No, he probably thought it was a great idea.
Probably did.
He probably...
And maybe it is. I would have watched it.
Well, yeah, I would have watched it. Yeah.
Would have got butts in the seats. And that's all it's about, isn't it? Isn't it? Sequels. Why sequels?
Why sequels? I'll tell you
anything?
why. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a sequel to... Wait, no, that doesn't work. It's a book.
It can be a sequel to a book. Books have sequels. Everything has sequels. Oh, can I say?
What? Yeah.
Because I will not... I almost forgot this and I will forget it again. I know this is not names episode. We talked about names and we can't talk about them ever again because we covered it completely. But I do have one thing just real quick about names. I think that parents out there, and I don't know why I assume all of our listeners are pregnant or trying to be pregnant, but if there's anybody out there and you are pregnant with second child, let's say your first child was named Dan, I think you should name your second child Dan 2. And then
Phonetically or with a 2?
with a 2.
Okay.
Dan 2. Because it's the sequel child. And then you give him a cool middle name like The Reckoning, or so it'd be Dan 2 The Reckoning Williams.
Caffrey. Yeah. So, well...
Just think about it. Parents. Prospective parents.
Well, don't fuck up naming your first kid.
No, yeah.
Because, yeah.
You want that
You want...
built-in fanship for number 2.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, you were about to say...
Terrible idea. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, maybe we'll find out more about it on the Leia Players. We won't.
We got a feud going.
We do. This is the sequel, Man Against Man. Man against himself.
We're getting there. We're zooming out. When in doubt, zoom out.
When in doubt, zoom out. Another t-shirt. I'm telling you.
I still don't... Oh, yeah. No, I was going to say...
Yes, please.
Tolstoy, War and Peace. War and Peace 2, War, What Is It Good For? Which is another Seinfeld joke.
Okay.
I can come up with a really original one.
I want you to do that.
Okay.
And also Seinfeld, Jerry Seinfeld doesn't pay his taxes. 3. Not number 3, our third lawsuit.
Yeah, our third lawsuit.
I just want to make sure you knew that wasn't the name of a sequel. Jerry Seinfeld doesn't pay his taxes 3. The third in the...
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, the third in the Seinfeld
Saga.
verse.
Okay.
The Seinfeld cinematic universe.
Well,
Oh, imagine, Jay. I'm sorry. I know
it would be bad.
But you're getting to it, so I'm going to keep going.
Well, no, I'm just...
Like, Kramer solo film. Then we get an Elaine
Origin
solo.
film.
Yeah. And then at the end, we bring them all together. The Seinfeld Vengers.
And Newman would take the place of the purple fella.
I want you to really try and think of his name.
Thanos.
Yes, thank you, Jay. I'm proud. Or happy.
We need to do... Well, you know what? No. Now I have an idea for Leia Players in retaliation. This is bullshit you're pulling on me.
Hit me.
Not until I do it.
Okay.
Live to America.
Live on tape.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a sequel?
Well, I'm trying to think of a movie I really like that doesn't have a sequel.
Yeah. I know I, threw this at you with no chance to prepare for it. And it's hard to come up with a great movie on the spot.
I got it.
Okay.
Sandlot 2. Mudlot. It just rains, and that's the sequel. It's like this, maybe it's not a dog, it's otter. I don't know.
Otters would do
giant
well
otter.
in mud. I think they would do well in mud. I never saw The Sandlot, so I can't really contribute to this.
They just play baseball, and there's a big dog. I don't know.
What?
Do you have one?
No.
It's great content.
Well, while I'm finding one, maybe we'll find out more about the Seinfeldiverse. I don't know. But okay, why do we like the the children who are playing baseball in the Sandlot? What is it about them? Because that's a movie that, like, people fucking love that movie. I hear people say all the time, The Sandlot. Every day.
When in doubt, zoom out.
Yeah. When in doubt, zoom out. Do you want to talk about The Sandlot and explain it to me?
Okay.
And I will look it up on IMDb Parents Guide as you do.
That's going to be... Well, okay.
Might not have anything, but we'll see.
So there's a nostalgia factor completely.
Sure. Oh, by the way, already a sequel. Came out in 2005.
Nostalgia factor too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Sandlot 3, Mudlot.
Mm-hmm.
It's just these, I don't know, nostalgia factor aside, it's just these kids that are playing baseball. It's the summertime. It's a quintessential summertime movie. And they do all these funny things to try to get their baseball back from this giant dog.
What's a funny thing they do? I like funny things.
They build a giant erector set.
How giant?
Big. Big, like huge.
Oh shit.
I'm killing it. They in the end they end up talking to James Earl Jones because it's his dog. So
did he train it to steal baseballs, or it just likes doing that?
I think he trained it to voice act, and he did Darth Vader.
The dog is Darth Vader
from the Sandlot.
Darth Vader's in the Sandlot? Because that would explain to me why people like it so much. That guy's cool.
We got our baseball in Darth Vader's backyard again.
Yeah, and you know he's going to try and hit it back to us with that lightsaber and cut it right in half.
And then run off into the horizon like the Three Stooges.
Yeah. I love the end of every Star Wars movie when Darth Vader runs away onto the horizon and it closes down like a cartoon. That's the best part of all.
That old Darth Vader, that wacky.
They'll never catch him.
That rascal.
All right, do you want to hear the one entry? Yeah. And this is an example. This is an example of where the IMDb Parents Guide is written by some fucking weirdo. Every entry is just written by someone. We don't know who they are or why they want us to know this or what.
Do you know if it gets approved by some kind of? Does it get screened in any way?
I don't.
Probably
I know
not.
that if there's one that contains a spoiler, it is hidden until you click on it. So there must be some kind of vetting process. But listen, this is somebody wrote this either as a parent trying to warn people or, as I suspect, a real sicko. Because here's what it says. From The Sandlot, 1993. Children ogle a teenage girl in a bathing suit. A close-up shot of a teenage girl's clothed butt is focused on.
He gives the specific time in the video.
Yeah.
This second from this second.
Sitting there typing that. A teenage girl's closed butt is focused on. Period.
It's a Karen.
Post.
No, it's a Karen for sure.
What's she sound like? I know what a Karen is, but what's this one sound like?
A teenage girl's closed butt is shown on camera.
I like that voice.
Me and Morty went down to Boca in the Cadillac.
Karen Goldberg.
That's more of an old lady.
Old Karen.
Yeah.
Mm. All these Karens and Chads are going to be old one day. You know?
Karens are older. You're thinking of Stacy and Chad.
Oh.
That's Chad's counterpart.
I do always forget about Stacy.
And I should be wrapping it up because she's going to be
Stacy.
Mad, yeah.
Should we clarify what any of what we're talking about right now, or do everybody basically know?
Fuck them people, man.
Yeah,
they should know.
Yeah, you either know or you don't know. Metaphiles.
Shirt number 4 this episode?
That sounds about right. We will always have one more shirt than we do lawsuit. That's our
to keep afloat financially.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be paying off the Galifianakis estate with the one where the butt looks like a brain or whatever I said. That is all.
His estate is a RV in an RV park. Maybe those T-shirts would pay for that.
Yeah. So okay.
I'm saying, I hope we sell enough T-shirts. That's all I'm saying.
To cover the cost of the
all of it. All these lawsuits we got under our belt at this point.
Well, that's why we just need to make sure we're one ahead every time.
All right. Okay. We can do this.
And that one extra one, maybe we just slip that to the judge. You know what I'm saying? Hey, judge.
Give him a free T-shirt.
Free T-shirt. You're not wearing the robe all the time. You're gonna have to have something else on later.
You gotta be wearing something under that robe.
Gotta be. Do you think they do? Are judges naked under the robe?
Justice is blind. And with that, this has been episode 2, sequels.
Yeah, we covered it. We covered everything. Do we want to do the same sign off from last week?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Do you remember it?
No, it don't.
I'll do the first half and you'll remember the second half.
Okay.
Hey, maybe this episode sucked.
Maybe it didn't.
Nope.
Don't. Oh. Wait.
No, I won't. I'll give you time.
Let's try it again.
Okay, while Jay's thinking about it, don't forget to check out The Stray. Don't forget about to check out Chop Chop Chang. That's good.
Anyways, let me try it again.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Metaphiles. Fuck.
Oh. No, that's at the beginning. I mean, last week it was at the end, too.
Wait, we were going to split it up anyways. You started.
Yeah. Welcome to the Metaphiles. No. Fuck. Now you got me going.
Damn it. I think we're at an impasse.
Man versus man.
Here we sit. I have a novella.
Yeah. And I have an EP.
For my shit that you definitely want to check out first, go to denovo.press. It's DENOVO.press. We got paperbacks, ebooks. Just read it.
And for mine that you'll check out second and remember much longer afterwards, you just go ahead and check out Chop Chop Chang, New Era Arcana on bandcamp.com. And the links to both of these things will be available in the YouTube description right down there. That's good.
The rust pole.
It makes me want to make good points just so I can get you to do that.
Yeah, no, that should be a function.
Yeah.
From now on.
But only when we really have earned it.
It has to be prestigious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's great.
I want to try and make one really good point, and I just want one on the way out. So the really good point that I'm going to make is, if you already did it and you're going to do it again, make sure you're going to do a good job.
Please.
Please.
Follow our lead. Follow our example here.
Be like we are.
Don't ask why sequel.
Ask what sequel for.
What's sequel for? No. Fuck. No.
All right. You know, that is fair. That's fair. I was.
You were campaigning.
I was campaigning.
Can't do that.
Is
That's
not
an automatic
what the Rust Hole
disqualification.
is for.
Yeah.
It's good that we have set this precedent, and I'm going to think about what I've done. And on episode 3, I'm going to try to get at least one truly earned ding.
You could try.
Was that worth one that I learned my lesson?
Yeah. Well, no.
Okay.
No. Also, we'll have to
from my
alternate
heart.
seats because I don't want to be the sole I don't want to be the only guy to ding the rust pole.
I feel like it's your purview. I'm okay
Alright.
with that. Or you feel like
With great power comes great responsibility.
That's true. Do you know who said that?
The blue streak.
It's all right. I got one comic book reference out of you this episode. I'll take it. Jay, the way we end the Metaphiles is that I say, maybe this episode sucked.
Maybe the next one won't.
Metaphiles. Metaphiles.